The first big event this month was the birth of Harriet's quadruplet lambs.
Anything happened? Look at you. Oh, Harriet. Well done. Ooh. Just starting to rain, so lads, let's take you in.
The donkeys were very curious about the happenings in the sheep stable. Especially Gordon made big efforts to copy Harriet and started licking one of her lambs. Martha is still waiting patiently for her lambs to arrive. When the sun came out the next day, it was time for some fresh air for all of them.
Yeah, that's it. Out we go. Yeah, they're coming.
We just need
Harriet is an amazing sheep. She can definitely count to 4. She keeps a head count all the time.
Well done, Harriet. 4 lambs.
And just to be sure, she put herself between Trudy the dog and her babies for the first few days.
Stand in between the dog and
The horses are curious too about all these new arrivals next to their paddock. A couple of days later, Martha's triplet lambs arrived. Trudy was very curious to meet them all. We thought our pet pigs might like to live in the orchard for a while.
Yeah. I know. You just have to take a big step.
It took some effort to get the 2 of them there, and for a start they seemed excited and happy. The geese not so, I think. But all was well until Princess Fairy Dust pushed her way through the fence and ended up under the house. With the help of Finn and lots of breadsticks, we teased Princess back out.
Okay, so
You want this? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do want it. Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Look what lives underneath our house.
And decided the pigs are better off in the field with the electric pig fence. It's still a bit bare after the freezer pigs had left. But at least our pet pigs now can sunbathe and dig. After all, a muddy-nosed pig usually is a happy pig. Trudy tries to be helpful whenever she can, getting Flora to get up for work, for example. The horses are very itchy losing all their winter hair, and they scratch each other's backs, which can be a hairy affair. They all long to be out in the field eating grass, and especially Flora shows extreme agility when it comes to reaching for a blade of grass on the other side of the fence. Finally, the fields have dried out enough for the horses to go out for the night time again. This doesn't only involve eating. They are happy to stretch their limbs and bounce around a bit too. And the fun doesn't stop at nightfall. Eating, gazing at the moon, eating again, sleeping. Wonderful content, nighttime sounds of safety and freedom. morning, it is back into the paddock to get ready for work, quite happily. Henry usually takes his time. Finally, by mid-April, the ground is perfect for ploughing. This year, we are expanding our potato rows into what used to be an old, unproductive orchard. That means ploughing through previously unturned ground full of roots. The plough gets stuck several times. Not easy for the horses or the plough people. Henry and Flora are willing to work hard though and do a good job considering that they only really plough on 2 days every year. Our big mehel group came to help us put the potatoes in the ground, nearly 1,000 seed potatoes this year. Flora and Henry brought in the muck from the big heap in the other field. Tim had spent a good few hours repairing our tipping cart, which made a big difference to a job which still took us 6 humans and 2 horses all afternoon. This is just the last scraps of a load. The elephant garlic field was in need of a first bit of weeding. They are all growing well with our sand and straw mulching method.
It's not too weedy considering this was a field last year.
Mid-April, 1 year and 3 months old, Trudy came into season for the first time. So she had to be on a lead or tied up most of the time to make sure she wouldn't go for a walkabout and bump into a suitor at the end of the driveway. She took it calmly and used the time to sleep a lot in the sun. Suddenly it got very warm. Every sheep was panting in their woolly coats, but it's still too chilly at night time to think of shearing yet. My morning chores take me across the field to feed Frascati the ram.
Scotty! Morning!
These days, the world is glorious at this time of the day. What a great place we live in. Harriet is incredible, managing to feed 4 hungry lambs. I'm not sure how they do it, but they must take fair turns on her 2 teats. Trudy would love to make friends with them, but how if you're a bit scared? One little lamb had to go to the vet because she had a lung infection. Great chance for Trudy to prove her caring side. The lamb is much better, but still likes special attention. Trudy found someone to play with after all. Dogs chasing lambs? It looks to me the other way around in this special friendship.